What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kings of the Clubhouse. Today is Tuesday, March 11th, 2025. Big Kriegs, Tommy Zachary. Hop right into it. College hoops, Sunday. Michigan State beat Michigan again in East Lansing. Game was over before it started. They just had everything going for them, and Michigan was the complete opposite. That State had already wrapped up the Big Ten, but that just increased their lead, so they ended up winning by 3 games, which is insane for where they were a month ago. I know,
Yeah, we have our group chat that we have on the side with everybody and stuff, and I think within the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game, I texted everybody. I said, "This game's over." Michigan State just came out to play. Michigan didn't. Simple as that. There's not really much else to say. I mean, Michigan State is playing really well. I think realistically, if they win the Big Ten tournament, they could get a 1 seed. Um, Especially with the losses and the stuff that have happened over the last weekend and stuff. Um, you know, conference tournament week is starting. Like Big Ten tournament starts tomorrow if you're watching this. So um, Michigan's got to figure it out. I think the double bye will help them in the Big Ten to be able to reset and hopefully figure something out because whatever it is right now is not working.
yeah, they've looked rough the last couple of weeks,
They just turn the ball over too much, man. It's unreal.
and
I
they
I mean,
go long periods of time without buckets.
yeah, it's they have a really good big. Danny Wolf is really well. Vlad Golden's really well, but like they just cannot hold on to the ball, and that's gonna kill them. It's gonna kill them.
I think they're
I mean,
projected a 4 seed still right now.
I think they're gonna drop to a 5. I do because I think they're gonna get an early out in the Big Ten tournament, even with the double bye. So I think they'll drop to a 5, and hopefully not be that 5-12 matchup that happens every year.
It does. We'll have to
So
see. Selection Sunday is this coming Sunday. We will have an open bracket pool. We'll talk more about that in our Friday episode. Um, we'll get that out there for everybody. We'll post a link in uh, the community post and YouTube. So a lot of good stuff going on. Things are heating up. Monday was the first day of NFL free agency, which we'll hop into now. I called it on our last show. DK
you did.
Metcalf traded to the Steelers. They also have been linked to Aaron Rodgers, which I mean, I why not at this point?
I mean, it just I don't know that doesn't really make sense to me. He was linked there last season too before they got Russ. So maybe Mike Tomlin just wants to play with or wants to coach for him. Maybe he wants to play with Mike Tomlin. There's really that's kind of really the only market that's open for him. Is that and then there was also talks about him maybe going to the Giants, but who knows? Who knows? Um, Bears
He,
and Broncos made some moves
yeah,
today.
he'll drag it out. He'll in Aaron Rodgers fashion. He'll drag it out.
Yeah, he'll sign probably before the draft. I hope. Maybe not. He might just sign at the draft of after the draft someone that needs a third quarterback or something. Whatever knows. He's going to be on a team though. I'm very confident about that.
Yeah, I don't see him backing anybody up though. If he's gonna play, he's gonna play. I don't. If he's not gonna be the starter, I don't think he'll play.
Right, but I mean, there's not a whole lot of options for him to go and start. But like I was saying, Bears and Broncos made some big moves today. Our teams definitely got better. I think that's a pretty
Adjust
valid
needs.
statement. Yeah, we both addressed the needs that we needed to. Um, I called it. I mean, it was just about everything written on paper before it actually being put out to the public. Bears signed Drew Dalman, the center from Atlanta. He was rumored to have bigger offers on the table, but he chose to go to Chicago. Said he likes what they're building there, and he wants to play in Chicago. That's all nice to hear from It's just change of pace for the last couple of years that free agency has happened. So that's good to hear. Bears also signed defensive end Deo. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. I think it's Odiingbo, but
Odeyingbo.
I don't know. It's just going to be Deo. That's Deo. Um, that one I'm a little questioned about. I like him. He could big upside, big upside. He only, he's a rotational guy. The last couple of years in Indianapolis, so it'll be interesting to see. He's only 25, big upside, 6'6", 280, can be on the opposite of Montez Sweat, but I don't think we're done addressing the edge rushing position. I think that's what we're going to focus on in the draft. But we also signed defensive tackle Grady Jarrett to a fuck ton of money. Um, I like the move. Going to be a big veteran presence entering the locker room. Also, all three of these deals are 3-year deals, so it's committing them all right up until Caleb Williams' contract is due, and then you can kind of readjust the situation and spend money where you need to. So I think I like all the moves. It gives us the option to be a little more flexible in the draft of what we do because we have addressed the major needs that we needed. But I still think we focus heavy on the trenches in the draft. But I think at 10, it gives us a possibility to either trade back and get more picks or take best player available.
Yeah, Bears adjust some needs instead of the Broncos. They re-signed defensive tackle DJ Jones, which is huge. He had a great year last year.
He had
Signed.
a really good year last year. I was really hoping he was going to hit the market.
I'm glad he didn't. And he's one of the guys we got from Seattle,
Yep.
which worked out because Harris, who we ended up trading for him, essentially, is no longer on the team. Is on no longer on the roster. A lot of guys aren't on the roster anymore. I'm gonna try to say this. Signed safety Talanoa Ufanga.
Yep. You got it right. Talanoa Ufunga.
That's a good get. And linebacker Dre Greenlaw. Like that's two positions they really needed help at.
Yeah.
And
And
you got
go
back
ahead.
your centerpiece of the lineman. So I'm very happy with the moves they made. I was very sad to see Javonte Williams sign a deal with the Cowboys tonight or last night when you're watching this. But he hasn't been the same since his knee injury. So hopefully we either just out of the draft or get a running back. Probably not free agency, but I think that's what we'll do in the
Yeah.
first round.
I think the big takeaway from you guys signing those two guys, they have a lot of experience as far as like veteran
Uh,
experience and postseason experience, which I think is going to help your guys' defense a lot. Not that
our
it
defense
wasn't.
is young.
That's what I'm saying. Your defense is so young. I think that those two, bringing them in, having those little bit of experience and having been in those Big Ten games, I think it's only going to help you guys.
Yeah. Some QB chaos. Justin Fields signed with the Jets. He got a shit ton of money. Was it 2 years?
Yeah, happy for him. No, yeah, 2 years, 40 million, 30 million guaranteed.
That's insane. Darnold signed with the Seahawks 3 years, 100 million, which is crazy. And if he did suck the last 3 weeks of the season, it would be more. But he was a
Yeah,
dumpster fire to finish the season. I think we talked about it in the last show, but Geno Smith got traded to Vegas. Uh, that whole offense is gone. They got Smith and Jigba and um, Kenneth
that's it.
Walker.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's great. I saw a post today that said Jackson Smith and Jigba went from having a quarterback he liked to play with, his best friend in DK Metcalf, his mentor in Tyler Lockett, and now he has nothing.
yeah, he's by himself.
Yeah.
I,
Also, to pivots for some quarterback stuff, Josh Allen got paid.
yeah, he did.
Um, got a big contract extension before it was even up, but with how the market's going, he
It would have gone
you
up,
know,
so pay him now.
he's a Buffalo Bill. He's gonna be a one jersey guy. You already know he is. That's just the type of person that I think he is, and I think that's the player he is. So
Yeah, back to if he stays, I don't know what the Jets front office is going to do. But that reunites Fields with Garrett Wilson.
Yep, I'm really happy for Fields. You know,
If he
there's
stays, though, that's a huge question mark.
right, and I think it's gonna help him staying. I think he's gonna
Increase the likelihood
like
of him staying.
right. Yeah, it's only gonna make the situation better.
Right. Kenny Pickett got traded to the Browns for DTR. That was an interesting move. Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett,
Right.
no less.
Imagine that going from being a backup in. I
He had
mean,
the, he
what
had the
would you
best job
think
in the
there?
world.
That's what I'm saying. Backup for a Super Bowl champion. Would you rather do that, or would you rather go be QB1 in Cleveland? I mean, you'd want your shot, right?
Yeah,
But then again,
he's got decent weapons, so I don't think it's terrible. He's got a shot to. This is gonna either end his career early or it's going to
I mean,
vault
I don't
him
think
to be a lifetime backup. I think
I
he'll
don't
play
think
there a couple of years and turn into a journeyman backup.
backup. I don't think he's gonna get another contract after this. I think this is gonna kill his career.
Yeah. Well, we'll
But
have to
you never
see.
know.
Cleveland is not the place for quarterbacks.
Oh, I
Oh,
mean, we can also talk
Myles
about
Garrett.
Myles Garrett got paid, signs his extension.
I want
The
out.
Browns said, "Yeah, I want out." The Browns said, "Hey, how's 40 million a year?" And he said, "Okay, sounds good."
Yeah.
And I don't blame him.
Yes, but you're not going to win anything. I think he'll end up getting traded a couple years later. Like 2, 3 more years, they'll probably
No trade clause in it.
There's absolutely
No, absolutely none.
he can end up waving
No.
it. I don't see him staying there forever. Especially if they don't right the ship after next couple of years.
Buddy, they just got Kenny Pickett. What are you talking about? They're writing this fucking ship.
Whatever you say. We'll hop into some Monday Night Raw. Not a whole lot happened tonight. Short and sweet
No.
episode. Only a couple segments. Grayson Waller took on Jey Uso to open the match. Man, this hour is kicking my ass. This springing forward is not for me. Grayson Waller lost Jey Uso. Afterwards, A-Town Down Under attacked him. Gunther comes in, chokes Jay out. They're trying to get more people invested in their feud.
Here's
I'm
the thing.
still not sold.
If you do the same, this is literally the same thing that happened last Monday night. Like, except it was against Austin Theory.
Yeah.
Like, you can't keep doing the same thing over again and expect people to get more invested in it.
I feel
It's
so
just
bad
not.
for Gunther.
Yeah, I do too. It's I can completely understand why he's so upset.
I like Jay, but have anybody like he doesn't need to win the Rumble. Like you can give him another title shot, but not why have him win the Rumble? Why have him like I don't know, man. You're telling me like
He's a Samoan.
Jay is the best option for Gunther in the title?
No,
You're telling me like I don't have a whole lot to say about that. I'm not a fan. I'm not invested. I don't think they're gonna be able to get me invested. But Logan Paul came out, cut a little promo with Andrew Schultz, and Andrew Schultz said, "No one's here to watch you." Logan Paul did say he would sell Soul to Rock, and he runs to opportunities. But after Schultz said no one came to watch him, drug him out of the stands. AJ Styles came to save him, hit him with a phenomenal forearm. So that's going to end up happening at Mania. I think it'll be a good match. I'm glad it's for no titles, but at the same time, like, AJ's at the end of his career. You couldn't have him do anything else.
I think this is just what they're gonna have him do until Randy and Cena get done feuding. I think he's gonna have another feud with Cena before.
I think so,
year's
too.
up.
I think Cena's going to have everybody. He's going to get Randy. He's going to get Punk. He's going to get AJ.
I mean, him and AJ's feuds were just so good.
Those matches were awesome.
Yeah,
That's when I started getting back into it.
Yeah, I think there's no other way but to at least let him hit the rounds with everybody.
Right.
New Day and LWO faced in a tornado tag match. It was Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston. New Day. It was a good match through and through. Just kind of fighting, beating the hell out of each other, and then a masked man came from the crowd wearing a luchador mask that said American on it.
American
And
made.
had the American flag all embroidered all over it and stuff, and came out and he said, instead of saying thank you, he said gracias. So Chad Gable came, and we thought they were gonna go a different route than this when he talked about going to get the luchador killer
I don't
and
think
stuff.
it's fully done. I
I don't
think the
know,
New
dude.
Day part was just circumstantial. And because you saw the part where he was talking with Kathy Kelly and they arrested the luchador, right?
Right. Yeah.
I think I saw something that people think it's Ray Fenix, but like I said,
Okay.
there's a lot they could do with this. Like I'm invested in that to see what they're gonna do next. Can't say the same about Jay and Gunther. Cody came out, black eye and all, to address Cena. Says 17 will never happen, and just kind of built up their face to face next week in Germany, right, or Belgium?
Belgium, yeah.
Belgium. 3 o'clock EST. The next couple of Raws with their foreign trip. So it would be nice for us can record a little bit earlier.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Another match. Raquel Rodriguez beat Bailey with help from Judgment Day, obviously, because they don't do things by themselves. Become the number one contender for the women's IC title. Did they say when that match was happening?
Um, I don't think
I
they
don't think
did.
they did either.
I'm sure it'll probably happen at one of the Raws over on the
Overseas,
European tour, just so that the way they have another title
yeah. Right.
match over there.
It wasn't a bad match,
Uh,
though.
no, it was a good match. You know, Dominic came out and saved the day. Was the final straw that got Bailey distracted enough for Raquel to take advantage, but. Judgment Day's gonna Judgment Day. I just hope to God that they do this Finn turn. I really do.
And we do. Dom got Finn a IC title match next week.
Yep.
That was
So
announced.
I think that's when it's gonna happen. I think their Judgment Day's gonna go out there and try and help Finn,
Yeah.
and end up costing him, and that's gonna really throw Finn over the edge.
That would be cool. I'm here for that. I would like to see Finn by himself.
Maybe a little Demon Balor versus Dirty Dom at Mania.
I'm here for that. I would like that. And Io Sky segment with Michael Cole, and then they brought out Bianca to talk about their title match at Mania. Interrupted by Rhea. Rhea then started to go after Bianca, and Bianca went after her, and they kind of shoved Io to the side, and Io bitch slapped both of them.
Yeah.
And walked out. We talked about it last week. Like, I'm pretty positive this is going to be a triple threat at Mania, and this match will slap.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really good match if they do it right.
This is what I would have main event night one.
Yeah, I would agree. That would be a really good main event. Yeah, I think so, and especially since
they're not the build for Tiffany and Charlotte sucks.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
and not only that,
but
you gotta do the the winner of the Rumble gets the main event at Mania. That this is how you do it. Bianca won the Rumble, she'll get the main event.
She won.
She won the Chamber. That's right. What am I thinking? Okay. Well then. Yeah. I don't know. That's interesting. That's
Charlotte isn't. I don't think Charlotte and Tiffany main event. I don't think Jay and Gunther are main event.
Yeah,
Triple H said you have to earn it. So I think this match could get the build in main event night one, because obviously
I agree.
night two is going to be Cody and Cena.
Yeah, I agree.
Or Punk. Speaking of our next segment, Punk.
Yeah.
Seth and Roman. Seth versus CM Punk. Not dude. They just have good matches. Like, I can watch them fight every week. Great steel cage match ended by Roman pulling Seth out of the cage and beating his ass. And then once he got separated from Seth by the backstage personnel, he saw that Punk was in the ring with the wise man, Paul Heyman, and he went and let Punk have it. Essentially setting up another triple threat. This would be a good match, but like, okay, I'm just thought something. Hear me out. Say they announce this match the next like 2 weeks, right? And Punk goes to Heyman. I think that's why Heyman was involved tonight. Goes to Heyman, hey, winner of this match gets a title match at Mania. So night 1, we fight. Winner goes on to night 2 with Cody and Cena.
Okay, I could see that.
A little food for thought.
Maybe.
Because I can't see them. I can't see the three of them fighting for nothing.
Do you think they could do that with the first title?
Gunther and
Like Gunther's like, hey, I don't think I have enough just facing Jay. I want the winner of these 3 on night 2. I want to have 2 matches at Mania. Like, I'm that guy. I want to prove that I'm that guy. I mean, it's plausible. It's plausible. It makes sense.
I don't think he'd have 2 matches. I think he would just be. I think that person would be added to the match.
Okay. Yeah, you never know. Could be something like that.
We'll see.
Then I don't see a realistic world where both the men's titles are defended on the same day. Like they're going to be separated on nights. So then you couldn't do the triple threat night 1.
Yeah, you can.
And then have
Cody and Cena's going to be night 2.
That's what I'm saying. But if you do the triple threat on night 1, then you would just have them enter into Gunther's match later, or you think Punk, Seth, and
I don't
Rollins
think
is going to be on a Raw.
No, I don't. No, that'll be main event or WrestleMania. I don't see Gunther and Jay getting added to it. It'll be. I think that's they.
The other one.
They hit the ground running with it, and all those guys have ties to Cody and Punk, or Cody and Cena.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We've got. I think it's a month from tomorrow or a month from today when this goes up, night 1. But get off of that. Quick little Cubs news. They've officially told Nico he won't be going to Tokyo. He will be doing minor league rehab games during the series that week that they're gone. The plan is to have him for the domestic opening day, which is the 28th, right? No, 27th.
7th, yeah.
Damn, 2 weeks, 14 days. Damn, the Cubs go next week.
8 days. A week from today is when this will coming out. 7 days.
That's insane.
5 in the morning, baby. We'll be up for it.
Can't wait. Another thing is Nicky Lopez got but sent to minor league camp. He's going to explore his options, so he will not be a Cub. Workman and Bruhan both were told that they are going to Tokyo. Shaw, they said, is up in the air still. You're dumb if you don't send him. He's healthy. Yeah. He's playing in games. If that's your everyday third baseman, he needs to go. I need to start both games.
Agreed.
But that wraps it up for today. You got anything?
No, sir. That'll do it for me.
Appreciate you guys hanging out. All the love and support thus far. And you guys have a good week. We'll catch you on Friday. Peace.